Holy crap. Oh, hello. Are we live? I didn't think we were live yet. How are we all on this glorious Sunday afternoon? Yes, how are we all? 20 people in here already. What a glorious afternoon it is of watching movies and watching TV. And I've just noticed something. I'm a little bit naked. Where's my brand? Where's my brand? Hang on, let me put my brand up. There we go, that's better. I felt a bit naked there. So anyway, here we are on a Sunday afternoon. Gonna do a few comments on here. I'm using the phone as well today. We'll see how that goes. And today I am streaming in 1080p instead of 720. So let's see how that goes as well. I just got done watching The Invasion with Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. Very interesting film. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a retelling of The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but yeah, really enjoyed that. So what are we doing? Not talking about anything in general. It's just comments and answer your questions. So fire your questions away and I'll get to them. I've got a banana. I don't know why. Make a good telephone, wouldn't it? I always thought bananas grew on trees, but apparently they don't. They grow on the floor. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know where I was at school. Anyway, let's have a look at some comments, shall we? First comment up, what we got? We got Jason Dacombe. Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you very much, mate. Did you get the Terminator 4K? I might pick it up okay. I do have it coming. He has it coming. Yeah, I thought it would have been here at the weekend because I had my House of the Dragon Steelbook series, series 2, delivered on Saturday, but nothing else got delivered. I'm waiting for 3 other things, and they all shipped at the same time. Really weird. Sub-Zero's here, hello, and also hello to Brigitte. We got Jim Jams here. Jim Jam's actually not cooking any pizzas, or maybe he's off in a minute. Oh, he says, I'm washing the pots today. Haven't they got a dishwasher? They have to make you do it by hand. That's a bit old-fashioned. Jim Jam says, so what series would you like to see make a comeback? Oh, Firefly. Never got finished. One series. Could have been potential for so much more. I know we got the Serenity movie, but yeah, definitely. I definitely would like that. Apparently 24's coming back with Kiefer Sutherland. And there's discussions. I don't know if it really is happening, but they were talking about doing another Prison Break. How many prisons can you break out of? Dear. Jim Jam says, I'm looking forward to watching The Singing Ringing Tree. The Singing Ringing Tree. I've never heard of that. What on earth is The Singing Ringing Tree? Dave's Movies is here. Hello. Hello. Jim Jam says, what year is most significant to you in film? That is a tricky question. It's probably something like 85, maybe. Back to the Future. I can't remember what else came out. I'm just trying to think of a year where a lot of stuff came out. 1998, we had Star Trek First Contact. Did we have Titanic in that year? Or was that the next year? I can't remember without looking. '93 was a big year, obviously with Jurassic Park, and we had Last Action Hero. Rianne's here. Hello, mate. He's so happy today. More WWE stuff. I'm sure there's nothing left by now. Marvel fan is here as well. What's your thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2? Really enjoyed it. I finished the last 3 episodes last night, so I'm right up to scratch now. Going to be interesting to see what happens in the last stretch of episodes, but that's not happening until, is that February? Sometime in February, so we've got a bit of a longer wait. But yeah, really enjoyed the episodes. B930EN channel. It's probably not pronounced that way. Hi, Big Pauly. Are you doing, what's this? How are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you very much. I've been to see Red 1 today and loved, and what I loved. And Gladiator 2, my film of the year. Are you seeing Wicket? That Star Wars sequel this Friday, and Moana 2 the other Friday. And how's your dad doing? Dad's doing good, thank you very much for asking. Yes, Red 1, yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's getting 50-50 on the old likes and dislikes. Gladiator 2 I thought was almost as good as the original film. Really good. Surprised how Ridley Scott pulled that off in like shooting it in 55 days or 50 days. I won't be seeing Wicked this Friday because I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm hoping I'm going to see it with Lulu and Claire either next Monday or Tuesday. Not this Monday, Tuesday coming, but the Monday or Tuesday afterwards. Because if we can wrangle that at View, then I got 2 free tickets, so it's only going to cost us one ticket to get in. So like $7.99, it'll cost us that for 3 people. So that's pretty good, a good deal. Moana 2, I want to see that. I'll probably see that with Claire as well. But yeah, Wicked. I saw a special on Sky. Was it Sky, I think, or BBC? There was a special behind the scenes, looking at all the sets and everything and talking to the cast yesterday. And that's the first time I've actually noticed them actually mention that the film is in 2 parts. There's no mention it on the poster, and there's no mention it on the trailer. But apparently part 2 is next November. Butts Unplugged is here. It wouldn't be a Sunday without your butt being unplugged. Hello. Professional unboxings as well. I try to do that. They usually turn out crap. And we've also got Jimmy here. Hello, mate. How are you? Howdy, folks. I can't do a Scottish accent unless I watch Billy Connolly. Oh, dear me. Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out. We've got Daz Senna. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, thank you very much. Marvel fan. I really enjoyed part 2 of Cobra Kai. Can't wait for season 6, part 3 on the 13th of February. 13th of February is actually my birthday, so if I'm off, I actually might do a whole marathon that day. Watching TV episodes, not running. Can you wait for I Am a Celebrity? Get Me Out of Here Tonight. I do watch that every year. I know it's the same old thing, you know, it's the same old tasks. Oh, I'm scared of spiders. Right, let's vote them in. And every year we always complain before it even starts that, who the hell's that? You know, of the lineup I've looked at this year, I probably only recognised maybe 3 people. But some of the unknowns have been entertaining in years gone by. So just because you don't know who they are, or I've never watched a programme with them in, they can be really entertaining. Plus, I think there's 2 more guests coming in. I heard that Colleen Rooney was paid about £7 million to come in. Whoa. Obviously, they're expecting, ITV are expecting her to blow, you know, spill the beans on Rebecca Vardy. You know, the slagging match and all that. We shall see. Professional Unboxing says Invasion wasn't bad. No, I really enjoyed it. A few people said, oh, it's a lot of old crap, but no, I really enjoyed it. Jimmy says, was really surprising how early my Terminator arrived. A few people do. I don't know if it's anything to do with the post or if it's just to do with the area that you're in. Because I know Alan on the Big Pauly page, he's guaranteed to get his deliveries every Saturday without fail. But with me, it's 50-50. Most of the time I get them on a Monday, but I might be lucky to get something on a Saturday, which I did with my House of the Dragon box set. But the other 3 things that I'm waiting for are not going to be here until Monday. So, and that includes the Terminator Steelbook. So, yeah, I was hoping to watch that this week, you know, this weekend on 4K, as I'm off this weekend, but unfortunately not. Butts Unplugged says, is that a banana? Are you happy to see me? It is a banana. I'm always happy to see you. What happens when Eric eats a banana? I don't know. Who's Eric? I expect there'll be another part of that joke later on. Jimmy says, Gladiator 2 seems to be getting mixed reviews also. I really liked it. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed it, and a lot of people it's a rehash of the first one. Just the same as The Force Awakens did with, you know, A New Hope. You've got the main character, you've got, you know, the training, you've got the Colosseum fights, you've got the battles. In a way, it kind of is in a way a rehash of the first one, but it is expanding on the story. So it is a proper sequel. And I love that animation at the beginning of the film. I thought that was fantastic. Rianne says, have you seen the new Mission Impossible trailer? Yes, I have, about 5 times so far. No spoilers for Gladiator 2 tomorrow. I am seeing it in 4DX. That is probably going to be interesting in 4DX. Yeah, if I was to see anything in 4DX, I think it would be maybe like Top Gun Maverick, something like that. Miserable old Gits here. IBP, the movie Gladiator 2, will you buy it first day? Yes, I will, on Steelbook. It comes out, or wait to see if a longer cut comes out. Thanks, Steve. No, I'll definitely buy it on day one. It might even come with a longer cut. Who knows? Oh, do you know what? Talking of Ridley Scott, I actually still need to see Napoleon. I have not seen Napoleon yet. And that has got an extended cut, I believe, on Apple. Mr. Pauly's here. Hello, Mush. Good afternoon, old sport. How's you doing, Mush? Yeah, my Mush is all right. Any pickups for you this week? Did you enjoy your naughty film last night and Kinky Green Broomstick? A lot of people will be wondering, what the hell are you talking about? I'll explain that in a minute. Pickups this week, yeah. So I've got The House of the Dragon Season 2, which has been delivered. I've got Terminator Steelbook, which hopefully should be here tomorrow. Plus I have got Steven Spielberg's first film. Oh, God, what have I forgotten the name of it now? Not Duel. I can't remember it. I've forgotten it. Yeah, that one. That's been delivered hopefully tomorrow. I think it was only limited to like 1,000 copies over here. And there is another one. And I forgot that one without looking it up. So a couple more box sets. Yes, I got into a chat last night with a guy on Instagram, and he said that he'd got a really good studio copy of Wicked, and if I'd like it so that I could review the film early, I'd probably get into trouble for doing it, that he would send me the link for it. And I checked it out. I checked out his user ID and everything. He looked legit, and I got a link through, I clicked on it. Obviously, I've got all my what do you call it? The security and all that kind of crap. It would have filtered it out, but it didn't filter it out. So I clicked on it, and I got a pair of large green boobs. Yeah, it was a porno. From what I saw about the first 10 or so minutes, really well done, really well constructed. They had the Tin Man as well. He had a proper Tin Man outfit, and he was giving it to the Wicked Witch like you would not believe. And her bits were going up and down. What was the name of the film? It was called Feel My Wicked Cunt. That was the name of the film, but or the short film. So yeah, I only watched the first 10 minutes because I was waiting for Ariana Grande to come on screen, but she didn't. That'll teach me for clicking on links, won't it? Oh dear me. Professional unboxings. What's the worst film you've ever seen? The Howling 7 for me. Okay, I've never seen any of the Howling films. Cats, without a doubt, the biggest piece of tosh I've ever seen in my life. The last thing you want to see is Dame Judi Dench licking her own pussy. Yeah. Plus you get James Corden. So 2 double whammies for the price of 1. And a bit of Taylor Swift. It's crap. Absolute crap. Jimmy says Titanic 97. Titanic was 97, of course, not 98. Yeah. Jim Jam says, lovely to see you on a lovely to see you a Sunday. I am a Sunday. I'm always a Sunday. Jason says, I've been watching Breaking Bad on Netflix. Fantastic show. That definitely deserves a rewatch, actually. Better Call Saul as well. If you haven't seen Better Call Saul, definitely watch that after you've seen Breaking Bad. At the moment, I'm watching a bit of a mashup. I'm watching Prison Break, so I started that from the beginning. I'm nearly onto season 3 now because I tend to watch that when I'm at work most of the time. Done Buffy. Everybody would love to have done Buffy. And then I might go to Heroes, actually. I might rewatch Heroes, you know, Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. That hasn't been watched in quite a long time. Plus, I did Lost as well. I got Lost a couple of months ago. Jim Jam says, have you seen Mac and Me? I've never seen Mac and Me. Isn't it supposed to be like a cheap knockoff of E.T. or something? I've seen Mac and Cheese, but I've never seen Mac and Me. Jim Jam says, if you were casting a new Spock, who would you choose? That is a flipping tricky one, that one. Zachary Quinto was a fantastic Spock in the J.J. Abrams movies. And then Ethan Peck was fantastic as well in the new Star Trek, you know, Strange New Worlds and that. If I was to, oh God, who would make a really good one? I really don't know. Those 2 actors have been brilliant playing Spock. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure on that. I'm happy with the ones that we've had. Butts and Plugs, what is the best decade for movies? Definitely the 80s, without conversational arguments or anything. Marvel fan is here. Hello. I got limited edition collector edition of the A-Team seasons 1 to 5 on Blu-ray, which comes with art card signed by Dirk and Dwight. Really? Wow. Did you have to pay extra for that, or was it just luck that you got them? Stars of the show, this Blu-ray edition is exclusive to 1,000 made. So they had to sign 1,000 off them. That's fantastic. I'm surprised BA never signed it. You know, Mr. T, because he's still around, and I think he does convention circuits every now and again. Obviously, you'll never get George Pepper to sign it, but that's fantastic. Jim Jam says, I'm not Scottish, I'm Dudley. Jim Jam says, it's great working opposite the cinema. Do you ever come out from your evening work and then go straight into the cinema and do like a really late one? You know, like a midnight showing or something. Jamie says, there was a lady from Bruges who joined the bus queue in the nude, and the man from the front said, I can see her. I say, how bloody rude. Oh, dear me. Jim Jam says, who's hyped for Wicked? I was relatively okay with it. You know, it wasn't something I was going to rush out straight away to watch because I'd never seen the stage show. And I must admit, I've only seen The Wizard of Oz once, which I might re-watch maybe sometime in the week before the film. But the more I see on the trailer, it's got kind of also got like a Harry Potter feel to it as well, with all these like talking creatures, and it's like Hogwarts as well. So I think it's going to be interesting. And there's also the massive train as well, which is a bit like the Hogwarts Express. So yeah, I think they're trying to get a Harry Potter audience in for this film. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Lou and Claire really want to see it, so we'll do that. We'll do a threesome in the cinema. Jamie says, Katie and I are super hyped for Wicked. Excellent. Jim Jam says, Jamie Powell is a legend. A leg end. I'm no leg end. Marvel fan says, oh, what's that? Don't know about that one. I'll leave that one because that's a conversation that's going on in the chat. Jim Jam says, there's a doc on Michael Powell and Pressburger. I have no knowledge of what that even is. There's a doc on Michael. I don't know who's Michael Powell and Pressburger. I don't know who that is. What I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, we've got The Jungle tonight, so that's definitely going to be a watching thing for the next like 3 weeks. You know, Christmas is coming when The Jungle's on. Yeah, that and Strictly, but I don't watch Strictly. Dune tomorrow night. Dune Prophecy. That looks bloody brilliant. Yeah, can't wait to watch that. That's a prequel to the movies, so that's going to look really good. And there's also a new Tyler Sheridan series starting as well. Land Maker or something, Land Owner, something like that, with Billy Bob Thornton. It looks like it's the oil tycoon business. So could be like a dirty, gritty version of Dallas. So I'm looking forward to that. Jim Jam has got pots to wash. Keep that scrubbing, mate. Keep scrubbing. Jimmy says Wicked is in 2 parts. Yeah. Part 1 this year, obviously. Part 2, apparently part 2 is next November. Jamie says, is what? So it's partly Wicked. That's true. Jim Jam says, any more Criterions? No, only the ones that I picked up recently. Those 4. So I'm happy with those for the time being. I don't go mad on the Criterions with all the unknown films that I've never heard of before. Jim Jones says, Rare Waves, 10% off, including offers. Cool. Jim Jones says, just putting it out there, it's my birthday Saturday. That's come around quick, isn't it? Yes. Wow. He's going to have to tell us how old he is now. Oh, and by the way, Jim Jam, don't ignore Leanne. Dave's Movies. The Terminator 4K Steelbook and Alien Romulus 4K Steelbook going for £295 each on eBay. What the hell? What the hell? That's nuts. They ain't going to sell it for that. No, I don't think anybody will buy them for that price. I'm looking forward to getting that the Alien Romulus one. I do like the art on that. And if you haven't seen Alien Romulus, you can actually watch it now on YouTube. It's actually available on YouTube. Quick, before someone takes down the link. Scalpers, yeah. You've got to be out of your head to pay that kind of money for it. Pardon me. Banana man joke. Eh? What's a banana man joke? What have I missed? Eric is Banana Man. I remember Banana Man. Was that his name? I thought it was just Banana Man. Or am I completely losing it? When do you think Avatar trailer will come out? Probably not until about at least a year. Maybe about September next year. Napoleon is Awesome by Ridley Scott. Okay. Grumpy Monkey's here. WW. I think he's Mr. W. Dave's Movie says new Mission Impossible looks great. It certainly does. Got Blazing Saddles and North by Northwest coming tomorrow. Fingers crossed 4K versions. Well, if you've ordered the 4K versions, you should really get the 4K versions, shouldn't you? Unless you've ordered them from Amazon, then God knows what you'll get. Gray says, best place to get Steelbook protectors. Steelbook Central on eBay, although the ones that I've been trying to get are out of stock at the moment. I think it's SC3, something like that. They've been out of stock for quite a while. Yes, Steelbook Central. Amazon do good prices too. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Sugarland Express. Yes, completely forgot about that one. Philip is here. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Jason says, I still think to this day that Exodus, God of Kings is better than Gladiator. Flipping out. It's a good job Mr. Magpie Movies is not here. I wouldn't go that far, but if you think it is, then I'm happy for you. But I wouldn't put them in the same league. Marvel fan, I bought the box set brand new from eBay. The seller is selling it for £146, but I had a coupon from eBay bringing it down to £132. Okay, that's the was that the 18 one? But Sunplug says, yes, it's almost Christmas. I know, it's still November. Have we scratched? Yeah, we've scratched the middle of November. Yet I'm seeing people on Facebook saying that they've put all their Christmas decorations up and their tree. I think that's going a little bit too far. You know, I don't know anybody that would put their decorations up before the 1st of December. It just don't feel right, especially if you're in America, because you haven't even had Thanksgiving yet, which I think is next weekend, next Thursday and Friday. But yeah, I think it's a little bit early to put your Christmas decks up. Mr. Hollyoak is here. Hello, mate. Anyone watched season 2 of Tulsa King? I certainly have, and it was brilliant. Again, another brilliant show from Tyler Sheridan. Can't wait for the next season. Also watching Lioness as well, which is really good. So I'm looking forward to this new one with Billy Bob Thornton. Professional unboxings, good price, Marvel fan. David is here. Hello. Angela Bassett, president in the new Mission Impossible movie. Have they actually mentioned it that she is? Or is it just because she's like walking? Is it she walking off Air Force One maybe down the stairs? I just remember that in the trailer. What films are we watching tonight? So what's everybody going to be watching tonight? I won't be watching any films tonight because I've got Jungle at 9 o'clock, which I think is nearly 2 hours. That's actually going to be my evening watching for the next 3 weeks. So not going to get much chance to watch any movies in the evenings. Not that I do anyway. Plus I've got to catch up on some other stuff as well. But what is anybody else watching? Right, hang on. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Right. Get this banana out of the way. Oh, I'm going to scoff this banana in a minute. Yes. I don't know if you recently saw that I picked up Old Gladiator on 4K. Not with a slipcover, but it was £9.99 in HMV, which I'm pretty happy with because I didn't have it and I just wanted it from a Steelbook. There's my Steelbook. It's got some nice embossing on it. Yes, you're getting a bit of a showing today. There we go. All sort of lovely showing on there. I've got Maximus on the back there. And I only really wanted it so I could shove the 4K disc in it and turn a Blu-ray Steelbook into a 4K Steelbook. There we go. So, yes, I'm happy with that. I do need to do a bit of reshuffling on my shelf, on my Blu-ray shelf. That's that. I've been watching a trailer a few times for Carry On and reading a lot of the comments as well because the comments are hilarious. This is the Taron Egerton film, the Christmas one that's coming out, kind of like Die Hard, you know, in an airport. But everybody's putting all down the Carry On jokes. You know, I haven't seen Babs yet. It's not going to be Carry On if it hasn't got Kenneth Williams in it. That's probably confusing the Americans because I don't think they know what it is. Yeah. Anyway, but it does look good. I'm going to look forward to watching that. Yeah. So going back to my releases of stuff that came out that I had delivered, I did do an unboxing for that, The House of the Dragon Season 2, which is pretty cool. It's a lot sturdier, this box, than the first box. The only problem is that and that are not stickers. And what's really annoying is having it like that. I would much rather have one on top of the other. So, you know, in the middle, but one on top of the other rather than having two at each side. So, yeah, that's a bit silly. That's a bit unfortunate. But what can you do? You can't do anything. And it's a really nice Steelbook as well. House of the Dragon Season 2. Really nice Steelbook there. All must choose. And a lot of discs inside. Yes, awesome. What else have I got to show off? Not much. I got me Blake 7 Blu-ray box set, so I'm looking forward to starting on that one. I might start on that one in the next couple of days. Right, let's have a swig of my coffee. I've got 103 people watching, 103 people that haven't got anything to do on a Sunday afternoon. So help me out with the comments because I don't want to get stuck like a dumb git and then I can't talk about anything else because I've run out of bloody comments. So put some comments down there for me and we'll go through them. You can ask me anything you want. Ask me anything in the world. It doesn't just have to be movie related, but ask me about all sorts of films or all sorts of TV. I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Let's keep the old conversation going because I've got another hour and a half yet, if we're lucky. Okay, where are we? Right, where are we on here? Oh, hang on, what's going on? Oh, I'm going to have to scroll down here. Okay. I might actually ditch this because I'm losing comments off the bottom of it, whereas on the iPad I'm not. So I'm just going to bring this forward a little bit. So we're going to stick with this rather than doing it on the phone as well. There we go. Okay, so I also got Paddington Bear Complete Collection Limited Edition on Blu-ray, but it is in a DVD case instead of a Blu-ray case. Oh, not one of those. They tend to do that with a certain releases, don't they? Blu-ray box sets. Professional Unboxing says, great transfer on Gladiator. Yeah, and it sounded fantastic as well. Fantastic. Philip says, I'm 70 next Thursday. Or Tuesday. Thursday. Flipping Norma. That's why you don't know about the singing, ringing tree, and I do. Wow. 70. That means if I actually ever get to that age, how long have I got? I've got 17 years. Oh my God. Apparently, I can't retire until 68. Yeah. Are you looking forward to Mustafa, the Lion King? Yes, I did watch a compilation of Disney trailers this morning from D23, I think it was. And that was one of the trailers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I might be the only one, but I am actually kind of looking forward to Snow White as well. Even though he's had record amount of thumbs down on the trailer. I think it's just hatred. I think it's just hatred towards Disney and hatred towards Rachel Ziegler. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. 4K versions seems to increase in prices. You would think that now its format been out for a while, they should have come down a bit. I think it's all to do with like the cost of living crisis and all that kind of crap, and just the pricing things in general, and when they put taxes up and VAT and all that kind of stuff. You look back at the old Steelbooks that we used to get from Play.com, there was like £17.99. And I got to admit, a lot of the Steelbooks back then were better designs. You know, we had raised borders, we had embossing, debossing. And you remember Play.com used to ship them out in those really nice white boxes that actually had foam inside them, which were always protected. So I think it's just the rising cost of things. A lot of box sets are expensive now. You know, a limited edition box set. How much was the Oppenheimer one? That was like nearly 50 quid, wasn't it? Without a 20% discount. George is here. Hello. Did you see the Running Man remake getting filmed in Glasgow? And did you watch The Day of the Jackal? I'm currently watching The Day of the Jackal. I think I'm 3 episodes in. So, yes, I'm enjoying that. Really good. Eddie Redmayne's fantastic. Running Man, I haven't seen anything about Running Man. So, I know it's got Thingy from Top Gun Maverick and Twisters, but I haven't seen anything else about it or any pictures for it. Did you hear did you hear there could be a black 007? Has somebody actually mentioned that? I don't know. I know originally Idris Elba his name was going around, but then I saw an interview with him and he said that he hadn't even been asked. So I think it was just hearsay. I don't know. No one really knows where they're going to go with Bond. You know, are they going to go a bit more futuristic, set it in the future? Are they going to go back to the past and kind of have a younger Bond set in like the 50s, kind of pre-Connery? I don't know. Really don't know. We won't know until the announcement comes out, I think. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. You can't remember much, can you? I saw a trailer for a new Rami Malek film. That looks bloody good. Really good. That's coming to the cinema early next year sometime, I think. Yeah, I'm surprised with that. Professional unboxings. Did you see the process of Deadpool and Wolverine Steelbook prices in the US? Yes, I know. I think even Movies with Sue did a video about it, other than her debt, about $60 or something, $65, and a lot of people were boycotting it. I mean, I picked it up for about £27. But Unplugged says, how many Blu-rays 4Ks do you have? No idea. I don't bother counting them. I did start to catalogue everything on CLZ, I think it is, or CLZ, and I got bored, so I couldn't be bothered with the rest. So I don't know. Yeah, too many. Jason says, what are you picking up next week? Next week or the week after? Next week. Yeah, next week will be those ones that I was talking about. There was another one. There was a third one. And I've completely forgotten which one it is. I'm just going to have a look. So it's from the 18th, isn't it? So we've got the Terminator 4K Steelbook. So that's definitely coming. Hopefully that should be here on Monday. Blazing Saddles. That's it. I got the not the Steelbook or anything, or the collector's edition, although that would have been nice. I just got the regular one coming. Didn't bother with Oppenheimer 4K. Looks nice, but I've already got a really nice Oppenheimer Steelbook, so I'm happy with that. What else have we got? Blazing Saddles, just the regular 4K. The Sugarland Express 4K, that's coming as well. House of the Dragon, I've already had delivered. Scarface, that's an old one. Oh, 1932. Looks like they're re-releasing Van Helsing and Cinderella Man as well. The week after, November the 25th, we've got Watership Down Limited Edition. I'm not sure if I'll be picking that one up. There's a re-release of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory on 4K, a Steelbook. The Wallace and Gromit 4K collection. I probably won't buy that because there's a new Wallace and Gromit out on Christmas Day, so it'll be a bit defunct, I think. Tank Girl's coming out though. Blade 4K Steelbook. That's a little bit different Steelbook than the one that I recently picked up. The Lost Boys 4K, the Goonies 4K. They're kind of like rehashing them. Bring us some new stuff. Don't rehash and just release the same film with a different package. End of Days is coming on Blu-ray, which I don't think has ever been on Blu-ray in the UK before. I've got the American import for that. Elf 4K Steelbook, again, same one. Enter the Dragon 4K, same one. So they're just re-releasing them time and time again. We need some new, fresh stuff. That Wallace and Gromit collection's coming out on Blu-ray as well. We've got the Crow 4K. That's the new one. Might pick that one up. Red Eye, which is that recent TV series. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I've already got that. I don't need to grab that. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. December, though. Holy crap. December the 2nd. That is a ridiculous week. I mean, there is stuff on there that I won't buy. I mean, there's the Great Escape there. I probably won't get that. Or Strange Darling. We've got Godzilla -1, Alien Romulus on 4K. There's a 4-course Critters release. Shaun of the Dead 4K. Galaxy Quest Limited Edition box set on 4K. Pulp Fiction's being re-released on 4K. We've got Beetlejuice on 4K. So what's that? Is that about four major releases? So we've got Godzilla -1, Alien Romulus. That's 2. Beetlejuice. That's 3 big main releases on one day. And then we got the Black Phone on 4K, the Fisher King on 4K, Severance season 1. I haven't seen that actually. Speak No Evil. So that's another big release. That was a new one that I went to see at the cinema. Friends, the complete series on 4K. It's just so much. Get Carter, and then they're releasing C, the TV series C. Coraline, yeah, then all the Steelbooks. So here's it's a very busy release schedule coming up, especially for the beginning of December. So I should imagine, hopefully, people will be putting things on a lot of Christmas lists. Favorite TV series. Favorite TV series of all time is Lost. Yes, I can watch that quite a few times. And yes, I'm not bothered about the ending. I actually enjoy the ending. So yeah, there you go. Paul is here. Hello. Did you know the football is on at 5 p.m? Maybe you should start it at 3. I don't give a crap about the football. So it doesn't really matter. Butts Unplugged. Is 4K the last physical media? Could be. I can't see them bothering to do 8K. I mean, why would you release movies and TV shows in 8K when most TVs are 4K anyway? I know you can upgrade to an 8K TV, but for like a 50 to a 70 inch, it's not worth it. So I don't know. There might be something that comes along maybe that's a little bit different. Personally, I want a little disc like that you just put in a pod and it projects the movie in 4K in the center of the room. No need for a TV, and it just projects that image right in the middle of the TV, and you can just walk through it. Yeah. Apparently that's coming in about 5 years. Warren is here. Hello. Your top 5 movies of all time. Okie dokie. Okay, so number 1 is definitely The Empire Strikes Back. Greatest sequel of all time. Best science fiction film of all time. Best Star Wars film of all time. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Best Indiana Jones. Number 3 is going to have to be Back to the Future. You can tell I'm an 80s boy, can't you? Is that number 3? I think that's number 3. Number 4 is going to be E.T. Number 4 is going to be E.T. Number 5 probably is going to be Jurassic Park. So it's pretty much just like a Spielberg George Lucas fest. So yes, you can tell that's the type of film that I like. Will's here. Hello. What's your most underrated movie? Personally, I love The Need for Speed. That's not a bad movie, actually. I actually went to see that at the cinema. Plus, I have a steelbook for it. Really nice debossed steelbook. So yeah, that's pretty good. My most underrated movie. The Village, M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. It gets crapped on quite... No, actually, I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that to Lady in the Water. That gets crapped on a huge ton with Paul Giamatti and Bryce Dallas Howard. It's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful fairy tale. I went to the cinema with Lulu to see that. We loved every minute of it. We cried at the end, and it just gave us a happy feeling, and it was a beautiful film. Yeah, it gets crapped on quite a bit. Philip says, stood next to Glynis Barber, Sue Lynn on Blake 7 in the ladies' undies section of Marks and Sparks. Oh, God, way back when. Must stress, I wasn't buying anything for myself. Yeah. Have I actually met anybody or passed anybody while walking out in the street? Well, two actually. Although one was kind of arranged. One was I was walking up Regent Street and I walked past Kate Winslet. And you get that time when you just walk past someone famous and you're like, hey, that didn't half look like, and it wasn't actually. Yeah. The other one was I went to a Buffy convention at the Radisson Edwardian Heathrow Airport back in the 90s sometimes. I think it was like mid-90s. Met all the cast there, had photo with all the cast, well, pretty much all the cast, including Joss Whedon. And I went up to the bar, and Jeremy Renner was sitting there. And I sat down, asked if I could sit down. And I had a long chat with him. And I had a cup of tea. I don't know what he was drinking, but I had a cup of tea. And I think we must have chatted for about 45 minutes. Bloody lovely bloke. And that was, that was when no one knew who he was. He was just like second vampire to the left back in the Buffy days. But that's way before, Marvel or even the bomb disposal one, which I keep forgetting. So back in the day when no one knew who he was. Paul says that there will not be a black 007, but he will be in his 30s. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because although there's probably a lot of good black actors out there that could play action heroes, it's kind of like James Bond is white, he's Caucasian, he's got like blondish hair, he's built muscles, and he's an assassin. That's how it was written. That's how Ian Fleming wrote it. You can't really rewrite history. Otherwise, they could make a film and cast a Muslim as Adolf Hitler. It just wouldn't work. Jamie says there's rumours of a new live-action TM. Oh, okay. Movie version of The Last Ronin with Jim Henson's turtle suits and Judith Hogue. Is that Hogue? Back as April O'Neil. If this happens, I will cream in my pants. We've already got live action TNT though, isn't it? Michael Bay. Actually, I do enjoy those ones. George says some of the streets have been changed. Yeah, Glen Powell, that's it. That's what I was talking about. Got Terminator 4 Steelbook. Getting Blazing Saddles coming. Paul says 7 coming January the 7th in 2 versions. I take it they've done away with the big box now because they were going to do what's in the box limited edition. I think my pre-order is still live actually for that. I haven't had a notification cancelling it. Jay's here. Hi from Jay, Nix and Phoenix. Hello. Sounds like a couple of couriers. I'm having my deliveries by Phoenix. Oh dear me. Daz Senna. Pauly, what do you think is your best movie of the year yet? Oh God, I don't know. At the moment, I've got about 4 films in the top. Let's have a look. Where are we? Where's my list? Right, okay. So, what's that? Okay, so there's all. Can't really see it, can you? There's all my list of films that I've seen at the cinema and that. I'll tell you what's at the top. Right, Dune Part 2, that's at the top. Godzilla X Kong, that's at the top. Civil War is at the top. Furiosa Mad Max Saga's at the top. A Quiet Place Day 1 is as well, so I've got more. Deadpool and Wolverine is at the top as well. And Alien Romulus is at the top. And The Wild Robot. So they are all at the top. So, yes, it's going to be a bit tricky trying to work out what's going to be my best film. I might rewatch a few of them. I've got a kind of an idea of like the top 3. Oh, and by the way, if anybody entered, out of the blue, if anybody entered the 10,000 subscriber giveaway for the Amazon gift vouchers. That video is going live at 6 o'clock after this live one. Yeah, so that's going live at 6 after this live. And then you can see if you've won any dosh. Dosh, you say? What's George say? And have you watched any of the Cross series yet? Cross series. I don't know what that is. What's the Cross series? Yes, December is absolutely insane for releases. Jason says, I have only seen Gladiator and Gladiator 2 trailer. Me have never seen both films. Do you think that they will make Gladiator 3? Ridley Scott actually mentioned it, that he would like to make a third film. I don't know. As long as it don't take, what was it, 24 years? Something like 24 years since the last one. As long as it don't take that long. I mean, Ridley Scott's in his 90s, isn't he? Still making movies. Marvel Fan says, what movies on 4K do you think might be released next year? I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for 20th anniversary. Will anybody be bothered about that one? I don't know. What do we really need? I mean, they keep rehashing stuff, you know, re-releasing stuff, but we need movies that are not out. We're finally getting Galaxy Quest after all this time. It needs to be movies that are still only available on Blu-ray. Will says the difference between 8K and 4K is not noticeable for most people. Yeah, not with when you've got like a 60-inch TV or something in the home. But some plugs got to unplug now. Cheerio. Jamie says my top 5 films of all time would shock people. I'm probably certain that there's some turtles in there somewhere. You should do a video, mate. Paul says stop asking about 8K. Been said by the industry, it's not happening. No call for it. There are 8K TVs though, isn't there? I've seen 8K TVs for sale. Matthew says, hey Paulie, have you ever been copyrighted before? No. I've never had, touch wood, I've never had a copyright strike. I take it you're talking about on YouTube. I've never had a copyright strike, although I've had a copyright notice, you know, from maybe a short clip or a little bit of music, but never an actual strike. Oh, hello, Amazon. Yes, it's Amazon delivering a calendar. The front door's just gone. Daz says, Paulie, my Panasonic 4K player broke again. Sound pop. Oh dear. It's not the 820, is it? Warren says, do you have Lawrence of Arabia, The Thing, both of these movies in a steelbook? I have Lawrence of Arabia. Yes, I do. That's the second release, because the first release ended up going on to be quite expensive. So they re-released it. The Thing, have I got The Thing in a steelbook? I don't think I've got The Thing in a steelbook. No, I've actually got that in a kind of a limited edition. It's an Arrow limited edition, but it's an Amaray. Are you getting Loki season 2 and Hawkeye season 1 steelbooks in January? Definitely picking those up, as well as the Mandalorian season 3 and the other one. What's the other Star Wars one? It's not Andor, is it? Because we've already got Andor, Obi-Wan. There's another Star Wars one coming out. Do you know what? I can't even remember which one it is. If you're in doubt, the best thing to do is have a look on HMV. Let's have a look. All right, where are we? See if we can find them. I'm going to have to put Star Wars Steelbook. Star Wars Steelbook. So we've got Mandalorian. They're actually re-releasing Mandalorian, the first season, on the 25th of February, and the second season as well. So for anybody that didn't manage to get the first two seasons, they're being re-released. There's actually nothing showing. It's really weird, but I know they exist. There used to be like a little button that you can press and it would show you them. Star Wars Steelbooks. That's Ahsoka. Ahsoka. That's the one. Why did they only give it 2.5 stars? What the hell? Hang on, let's have a look. Why are they being... Yeah, there it is. Fucking brilliant series. Why have they only given it 2.5 stars, though? Let's have a look. Oh, someone's complained that it's £45 for a mediocre series. Yes, so there we go. I also want... I really, really want... I want the Book of Boba. I really enjoyed that show. I don't know if we'll get the other ones. The Acolyte. Will they release the Acolyte? I'm sure they will, because they'll want to release all of them. And as for the new one, Skeleton Crew, that actually looks a lot of fun. It's a very kiddified show. It kind of gives me vibes of like 80s, kind of like Goonies type of adventures. So I think that one's going to be a lot of fun. Fifi, what's your favourite film you've seen this year? Favourite film? Most fun film, I think, is probably Deadpool and Wolverine. Name the Stars is here. Hello. Were you thinking? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The Hurt Locker. Yeah, regarding Jeremy Renner. That's it. Marvel fan says CEX somehow listed Loki season 2 and Hawkeye season 1 steelbooks on their systems, but they're not even out until January. Twats. Luke is here. Hello. I'm doing good, thanks. I'm working on a short horror film for YouTube titled 3 AM. Oh, that sounds scary. It's like the plot of Halloween 2 about a killer loose in a hospital. Oh, okay. What, you're filming it at your local hospital, are you? Is anybody around on the midnight shift? If not, can I come in with my camera? Doctor Who's Magical Entertainment. Are you Blu-ray hunting in Maidstone this week? Unfortunately, yes, I probably am actually. If you are, would you mind picking up James Bond Goldfinger on Blu-ray from CEX? I'll have a look. It's not going to be until Wednesday though, because I'm working for the next 2 days. Goldfinger. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll have a look. Remind me closer to the time as well, in case I forget. Matthew Nichols, Deadpool and Wolverine is easily one of the best films of 2024. It's a lot of fun, a hell of a lot of fun. Jason says Megan is coming to Netflix, I've heard. Philip says there are so many good scenarios in the Bond books that would have been better than the ones we got in the films. A chase on a small train through a rice field in Golden Gun, for example. Okay, yeah, I mean, didn't they like exhaust all the films, so they went to the short stories for the later films? So maybe they'll just do a film from an original story, you know, based on the character, but not anything to do with Ian Fleming's writings, and just an original. Maybe. Professional Unboxing says, make sure I win. Okay. It's too late now. I've already drawn it. Paul says, yes, Warner Brothers did cancel What's in the Box. This was not authorised by the director. Oh, God. Do people, oh my God, do people ever read stuff on the internet? No, there's so much to catch up with. Chris is here. Hello, Chris. People would lose their minds if 007 was black. People would probably lose their minds if 007 was trans as well. What about a black trans disabled? Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to do it. Alex Cross series on Prime. Alex Cross. Okay. Still don't know what you're talking about. Terminator 2, Alien 3, and Alien 4. Alien 3, I would like a proper 4K cut of that. Yeah, next year. Matthew says, now Disney is releasing the Marvel shows on Steelbooks. They should really start making a physical copy in a Blu-ray case. Someone said that they weren't going to release them until they got to the end of the Steelbook releases. But then every time there's a show, it's going to continue with the Steelbooks. But then I also heard someone saying there's no plans to release the Blu-ray editions. It's just going to be exclusive 4K Steelbooks or Blu-ray Steelbooks only. So I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. Yeah, Ahsoka. Mandalorian season 3 comes February 2025. The Wickerman is here. Hello. Hi, Paul. Alien or Aliens? Oh, that is a toughie, that one. I would have to say Aliens. I like the bigger ensemble cast. I like the banter. I like the setting. And it's just action-packed all the way through. Nothing against Alien. It's still an absolute classic. But I think I prefer Aliens. I'm hoping they might release Night at the Museum 1 to 3, Home Alone 2, Mrs. Doubtfire on 4K, and Spider-Man 1 to 3, and The Amazing Spider-Man 1 to 2 on 4K Steelbooks. Yeah, because they released those like trilogy box set, didn't they, for the Spider-Man trilogy? And then The Amazing Spider-Mans just came in the 2 4K box sets. So that would be nice to have new Steelbooks. Yeah, new Steelbooks for those. Will says, do you like any of the scary movie films? Yes, I do. They're absolutely hilarious, especially the bloke with the little withered hand. I think the first one is a guilty pleasure for me, and the others are so bad they're good. And they're actually making a new one, aren't they? The Wayans brothers are actually making a new scary movie, which is just right. I mean, it's been ages since we've had these films, and there are so many films come and gone that they can just take the crap out of. So they should carry on with them. Paul says, can we get a reissue of 24 next year? Definitely. I would love an entire box set of the whole of 24. There have been a few seasons available on Blu-ray, and I think maybe somewhere like Japan or somewhere actually released the entire run of 24 in a Blu-ray box set, but it's impossible to get hold of. So there's been a few seasons. I've actually seen a few seasons of 24 on Blu-ray in CEX, but for me, it's not worth picking up because, you know, we haven't got the whole thing. So it needs to be like the X-Files box set, just remaster them and re-release them. Luke says, that's hilarious. I plan to get a set somewhere or abandoned area if possible. Yeah, you're on your film. But it'll be released on my other channel either next year or 2026. Do you do themed months? I mean, Halloween season is a given, but any other two? For instance, I'm currently in a noir film mood for November. December, of course, is going to be Christmas month, so I'm going to be pretty much doing everything Christmas. Although for us Brits, where does Planes, Trains and Automobiles fall? Because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. So do you watch that just before Christmas? Or can you watch that any time during the year? I was thinking of doing a few like themed review months, starting in January with Alfred Hitchcock, because I've got 3 Alfred Hitchcock Presents box sets on Blu-ray, no, on 4K actually, with loads of films in which I haven't even got round to watching. So I think it might be an Alfred Hitchcock January. We've got someone called Receiver Position. Who would you cast as the new M in the next Bond? My pick is Gillian Anderson. I can see how that would work, actually. Yeah, she has done a really good English accent, actually, before. Who would I pick as M? M. I don't know, really. You know, on the spot, it's tricky to think of someone. M. Does anyone come to mind for an M? I always thought back in the day, I always thought Denham Elliott would have been a good M. You know, if he played it seriously rather than, you know, like Marcus Brody. I really don't know. I can't think of anyone. Nobody comes to mind at the moment other than Phil Mitchell. The question all over the internet is, why is Thor crying? Will we ever find out? That's the thing. Yeah. Paul says, but the BBC gave us a black doctor. They also gave us a female doctor as well. And look how that went down. Yes, people are more, I think people are more welcoming for a black doctor than they were for a female doctor. I don't know if that's just because it's the same sex as all the other doctors. I don't know. What's your favourite disaster movie? I love Towering Inferno personally. That's brilliant. My favourite disaster movie of all time. Again, tricky because a lot of the disaster films that I watch have got other elements in them, like sci-fi elements to them. If you're talking about like just natural disasters without anything else, maybe 2012, either The Day After Tomorrow or 2012. Also like San Andreas as well. But apparently there was going to be a San Andreas 2. I don't know if that's still happening. They have not adapted 007 short stories. Risico, is that? Or The Property of a Lady. Oh, but I'm a lady. Yes. What's your favourite Bond film from each Bond actor? That's a very good question. Okay, right. Let's go right back to the beginning. Okay. Sean Connery. Okay. And that doesn't include Never Say Never Again. You Only Live Twice. That is a Sean Connery film, isn't it? You're putting me on the spot here. I'm just trying to remember all of Sean Connery's Bond films. Oh dear me. Hang on, let's have a look. Sean Connery Bond films. I can't remember them all. Goldfinger. Goldfinger. Yeah, definitely Goldfinger. Hang on. Let's just get this right. Bond films. James Bond films. I'm going to get the order up in Wikipedia because I can't reel off all of the Bond films in order. Okay. Yeah, so definitely Goldfinger for Sean Connery. For George Lazenby, there's not much of a choice, is there? Roger Moore. I think For Your Eyes Only. I know Live and Let Die is huge, but I do remember watching For Your Eyes Only when I was a kid. I even bought the yellow Citroen C2, I think it was called. But there were a lot of Roger Moore films that are really good. A View to a Kill, Octopussy, Spy Who Loved Me. Yeah, there are so many great Roger Moore ones, but I think For Your Eyes Only. Timothy Dalton, The Living Daylights, I think, is my favourite out of those two. Pierce Brosnan, GoldenEye, definitely. And out of the Daniel Craig ones, Casino Royale, definitely. What are the unofficial ones? The non-Eon ones. It's got a list in here. I thought there was only two. Yeah, Casino Royale in 1967 with David Niven as James Bond, and then Never Say Never Again in 1983. And that was actually directed by Irving Kershner, who wrote, who directed my favourite movie of all time, Empire Strikes Back. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Hang on, let's turn that around. Next question. Doctor Who's Magical Entertainment. I've just checked on the app. CEX Maidstone has Goldfinger and the Man with the Golden Gun on Blu-ray. Excellent. They've had quite a few Bond Blu-rays in Maidstone's CEX before. I remember seeing like a whole pile of them. Question. What's the last film that truly hit your soul? Oh, my soul. The one that as soon as you watched it, you immediately had to return to it. The one that you absolutely loved. For me, it's All of Us Strangers. Okay, All of Us Strangers. What hit my soul? And then as soon as you've watched it, you immediately had to return to it. I don't know. Has that ever happened? Have I actually watched a film and then thought, shit, I need to watch that again? I don't know. I really don't know. Nothing that I can think of. There are definitely films that I'll go back to and go back to rewatching. If it's so far as a film that made me emotional and excited and makes you feel like a 10-year-old boy, not feeling a 10-year-old boy, but makes you feel like a 10-year-old boy, and that, yes, as soon as it's finished, I would go back and rewatch. It's Independence Day. Definitely Independence Day. One of the most underrated action blockbusters of all time. Absolutely, I love that film. I've probably seen that film about 500 times. And last year I wanted to go and see it. The year before they were showing it at the cinema on the 4th of July, but last year they weren't showing it. So, and I was off on that day, so I couldn't go and see it. Benny's here from the chair. Hello, mate. I really want to see a film called Concave, but with everything else out, the only showing for Cineworld is Telford. Is out on November the 29th. Apparently, one of the films of the year. Okay. I think I actually saw that on the listings of Cineworld's that's at mine as well, but I don't really know too much about it. Chris says, what film that doesn't have a 4K release deserves one? Yeah, definitely like Alien 3. That definitely deserves a new restoration with a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, or, you know, a DTS X soundtrack. What will it be, stranger? What? Ice water? You want water, kid? You better dunk your head in the barn. In here we serve whiskey. Oh, what will it be? What will it be, stranger? Okay. Thug life. What's it? Thug life for life or something? Are you doing a Christmas vlog this year? I will be. I'll be doing like a Blu-ray hunt before Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas, maybe. But on the Monday, because Christmas Day is a Wednesday, and I am working Christmas Day and Boxing Day. So it'll be, so the Christmas hunt will be on the Monday. And then I'll probably do one maybe on the Friday. Yeah. Plus, I'll be doing one going around the markets, the Christmas markets as well, because they've now got the big Christmas markets up at Canterbury. So on those videos, one video I'll have me breakfast sausage. But first of all, I'm looking forward to. They might even have it this coming Wednesday when I go, because I think the Maidstone Christmas market is opened. They have the Yorkshire wrap, the Yorkshire pudding wrap hut there, with the pulled pork, and what else? They have like onions, and they have stuffing and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Paulie, you should do a vlog on where you try Christmas food from the Christmas market. Wow, that's funny. I just mentioned that. Yeah. Maybe I'll go around maybe a few other stalls, maybe try some eggnog or something. I don't know. Or see what other type of food there is as well. You know, because I always have a breakfast and oh yeah, it comes with apple sauce, the Yorkshire pudding wrap. So it might be worth seeing what else there is as well. Matthew says, what's your favourite Disney movie? Favourite animated Disney movie is The Lion King. Chris says, on the subject of a new Bond, who would people want? Well, obviously the ones that were talked about for years, probably are getting older and older. And by the time we get a new Bond, they might be too old. You know, like Henry Cavill and Tom Hardy. I think he was the latest one, wasn't he, that was mentioned from Godzilla 2014. Yeah, that person. He's in the Craven. Yeah, I can't remember his name. And Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's it, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah, so he was the last one that was tipped to maybe be on the list. I've heard there's an Indian guy, there's an Indian action star that might be on the list as well. Taron Egerton was once put on the list as well. So no, I don't know. Who would I want? Who would I want? I think Aaron Taylor Johnson would be quite good, actually. I think he could be a good Bond if they were going with the younger, style to it. Good English accent for Gillian Anderson. She's English anyway. Is she? No, she's not. She's American. She does a good American accent that people think she's American. She is American. She's an American actress. I'm sure she's an American actress. I mean, she was in X-Files for God knows so many years. Was she just born in England, and then she went to America? Gillian Anderson. Let's have a look, shall we? American actress. There we go. Gillian Anderson, American actress and writer. No, she is American. Born in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, so no, she's not English. Yeah, well, where'd you get English from? She does do an English accent, though. She does a good English accent. Pauly, did you watch the Mike Tyson fight? No, apparently it was crap. Apparently it was really crap, and there was a lot of booing in the audience. But no, I couldn't stay up for that. David says seeing Cliff Richard next year for his 85th birthday concert for my birthday. Going to be 50 next year. Wow. My dad went to see Cliff Richard quite a few times. Even when he was with the Shadows a couple of years ago. Well, not a couple of years ago, but probably about 20 years ago. So yeah. I might even get tickets from my dad if it's his like 85th birthday concert. That'd be pretty cool. I think the tickets would probably go really quick. Paul says, Chris, The Chase from 1994, the Charlie Sheen, not on Blu-ray even. Okay. Yes. JB, to be fair, the Doctor can turn into anyone, whereas Bond has always written as a middle-aged white man. I know what you mean, yeah, because, you know, Doctor Who, I mean, the Doctor is an alien, so realistically, yes, he can turn into anybody. It's just that because we've had a good 50 years as a man, a lot of people are thinking it's gone woke, and that they're only pleasing a certain amount of people by changing it to either female or black. But you are right, the Doctor is an alien, so I mean the next series of Doctor Who, it could be a dog. Who knows? James Dutton, obviously he's not on his Yellowstone ranch today. Do you prefer steelbooks with original artwork or poster art? For me, poster art, especially when classic movies like Back to the Future, original art can distract from the movie. Yes, I definitely prefer poster art when it comes to classics like the Star Wars films, you know, the posters and things like that. That's why I hope that when we get any more Star Trek, original Star Trek steelbooks, they are the actual posters. The only one which miffed me off a little bit was The Empire Strikes Back, when we just got that silhouette of Darth Vader on a black background. But that, I believe, was a teaser poster for The Empire Strikes Back. So it's not all bad, but I would have liked maybe one of the Drew Struzan posters for The Empire Strikes Back. There was better posters to use. But yeah, you can't go wrong with like the Indiana Jones ones and the Back to the Future. They have to be poster art. You'll have to start putting a Christmas hat on your live stream thumbnail because it is a month away. It's less. No, it's about a month away, isn't it? It's 30. I think it's like 37 days, something like that, which has really crept up. It's crept up so quick. It's not giving you much time to do any Christmas shopping, really. George says, my films so far this year are Wild Robot, brilliant film. Can't wait to see that on 4K again. Deadpool, Wolverine and Twisters. Jack says, what movies are out tomorrow? Go back through the chat. We've discussed it. Or have a look on Blu-ray.com because there's quite a lot of releases out tomorrow. Dermot says George Lazenby was a great Bond. Shame he only did the one film. It's not a Bond film that I go to that very often because he's not really an actor, was he? He was an Australian model, so it was a bit of an unusual choice. But I suppose it deserves another rewatch. But yeah, it's kind of the Bond film that gets left out because there's only one, and it's not the usual Sean Connery or Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig, Roger Moore. But Ben says, I think the films that touched my soul were Perks of Being a Wallflower and Inside Out. Inside Out. Probably Up rather than Inside Out. I think I really enjoyed Up, especially like that first 10 minutes. Jason says, what is your number one favourite film trilogy of all time? That's going to be the Star Wars trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy. Some would say the only Star Wars trilogy. Philip says, Lazenby made an unusual cameo as Bond in TV movie Return of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Oh, okay. I did not know that. That's cool. Name the stars. I admit I don't always join the live streams. That's perfectly fine. Depends on the mood, but really appreciate today's as currently battling a bad cold. So thank you for cheering up a miserable mood. That's okay then. What you want to get some nice like lemon sip and some hot, put some lemon in it and stuff like that, and have a slurp. Lulu, whenever she's got a cold or like that, she eats the hottest curry imaginable. It makes her head nearly explode and everything come out. But she feels the only way to get through it is to eat the hottest curry that she can find. I wouldn't. Jason says that catchphrase was from Back to the Future. Yes, I remember that now. Old Man Grayson, hello. Is your first name Larry? Shut that door. What a gay day. First time catching you live. Oh, that's brilliant. First time catching me live and I've insulted them already. Well, welcome to the live stream. We've got J4M3SK1N9. Thank you very much. Of everybody too. Doctor Who's Magical Entertainment. My favourite Bond film is on Her Majesty's Secret Service with George Lazenby. It's getting some love. The old George Lazenby's getting some love. Matthew says, have you seen the Captain America Brave New World trailer? Yeah, looks good actually. Also, I have seen the trailer for Thunderbolts. The first teaser trailer for that, I was like, oh, do we really need this? But the new trailer actually makes it look pretty cool. It's I think it's going to be like the Suicide Squad of Marvel. Oh, there you go. Talking about it. How strange. Did you like the Thunderbolts trailer? And are you going to watch the new Predator next year and the new Bridget Jones film? Definitely Thunderbolts, definitely Predator, no to Bridget Jones. There we go. Dan says, oi, Paul, when's the Anora review dropping? I haven't seen it. I haven't been to see that. It's not something that I'd jump to go and watch, I don't think. Back to receiver position. There we go. Let's put you into receiver position. Oh, watch out. You might get eaten by a facehugger. They have to be careful with whoever they pick for Bond. He has to be an ambassador. Do interviews. Drama-free. Yeah. Craig carried himself well in the press and conducted himself well. What was it he said in that recent interview? I think it was a Comic-Con. Someone asked what he thought if the next Bond was gay. And what was his answer? It's something, I don't care. Yeah, because he's not Bond anymore. Sorry, I swear blind that she said in an interview she was English but was born in America. Yeah, I thought, hang on a minute, no. I know she does a good English accent, but yeah, I didn't think she was English. Have you been watching that Eddie Redmayne series? Yeah, on Sky. And are you watching Dune? Definitely going to watch Dune. Although I won't watch it tomorrow because I think it's on at 2 o'clock in the morning, the first episode. So I'll probably watch that like Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, enjoying the Eddie Redmayne one. Really good. Do you like the Terrifier artwork for Terrifier 3? What's come out in December on 4K? I like the HMV one, the HMV exclusive artwork. That looks pretty good. Dan says film of the year is Anora. Deserves best picture, best original screenplay, best actress, best actor, best supporting actor, best director, or anything else, basically. I don't know too much about it. I've heard people talk about it, but I don't know like the concept of the story or anything like that. Paul, do a video doing a deep dive into the films of Sean Baker. Take Out, Scarlet, Florida Project, Tangerine, Red Rocket, and Anora. To be perfectly honest, I've never even heard of Sean Baker before, but I have heard of Florida Project. That's probably the only film I've really heard of. Phillips is speaking as a retired graphic artist. Struzan was a king of the poster artwork. He definitely was. Yes, there's been no one like him. Should I remind you tomorrow or Tuesday to pick up the Bond Blu-rays? It depends how much they are, actually. I think you might have to remind me Wednesday. What's your favourite food at Christmas? It's got to be the roast turkey dinner. Yeah, the roast turkey dinner with stuffing and all the usual stuff that you get at Christmas. My username spells James King. Does it? You got numbers in it though. Does that represent on the keyboard? Okay, it's very unusual. Get your ass down to the cinema to see Anora. It's literally a masterpiece. On the mantelpiece, you say? Hang on a minute. Let me just have a look. I'm going to go on IMDb and I'm going to type in Anora. Anora. There we go. Anora, a young sex worker from Brooklyn, meets and impulsively marries the son of an oligarch. Once this reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for a New York to get the marriage annulled. Doesn't sound that interesting, to be honest. I know a young sex worker from Brooklyn gets her chance at a Cinderella story. So it's going to be a lovey-dovey film, is it? I don't know. Do I know anybody? I don't know anybody in it. I don't think I know anybody in it. Never heard of anybody that's in it. You sure it's not foreign and it's got subtitles? What's the reviews like? It's up in about the 8s. Around about 8. It's not going to be one that I'm going to rush out to see, I think. Probably wait for it on streaming. Matthew says, oh, Pauly, how are you? I'm good. Tomorrow I'm going to be seeing Gladiator 2. Fantastic. I hope you enjoy it. Who is your favourite Bond girl? Who's my favourite Bond girl? I'm not going to say Dr. Christmas, even though she is a bit all right on the eye. I'm actually going to say, and I can't remember her name. Hang on a minute. I thought she was really good in the role. There we go. Isabella Scorupco, who played Natalia Simonova. in GoldenEye. I thought she was really good. She was a bit feisty, and yeah, I thought she was really good. I'm just trying to get a better picture here. Well, she looks all right now, actually. She hasn't aged much. Where's a Bond picture? There's a Bond picture. Yeah. I thought she was good. Especially with her little back and forth with Alan Carr. Not. Can you imagine if Alan Carr was in a Bond film? Alan Cumming, yeah, those two, you know, back, you know, having a little conversation and that, yeah, little quips. Harrison Ford as a Red Hulk. He even still looks like Harrison Ford when he's Red Hulk. Daniel Craig is starring in Luca Guadagnino's new film, Queer. Okay. That's going to be a bit different for him. Dan says Honora is like Cinderella if she was a sex worker. How do we know Cinderella wasn't a sex worker? With a side helping of Armenian Three Stooges. That sounds a bit of a mixture, doesn't it? Flipping hell. Are you planning to watch Megan again for Megan 2 next year? And it just come on Netflix. Yeah, I will rewatch it. Probably rewatch it before the new film starts or comes out. Majesty is my favourite Bond film, but Pierce Brosnan is my favourite Bond actor. Don't get into a conversation with Lulu about Pierce Brosnan because I mentioned that once. Like, you know, I really like the Pierce Brosnan movies, and she was like, "Yeah, but he was a crap Bond. He was so wimpy. You couldn't imagine him snapping a pencil, let alone killing someone." We got into a little bit of a conversation. I literally haven't stopped thinking about Honora since watching it. I've seen it twice. Okay. David is here. Hello. I would like to see Cliff Richard and the Shadows together on Blu-ray and DVD because it's never been released. It's only on videotape. This year is 40 years anniversary. There's no DVD release for it. I thought there would have been a DVD release for it. To the ultimate question, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas film? Yes, I do. And anybody that considers it not, you're wrong. Yes, I know it's the yearly conversation we have. It's not a Christmas film. I know it was released in July. But I mean, when you look at it, it's got Christmas music. It's set at Christmas. It's got a Christmas tree. It's got Christmas presents. There's so much Christmas in it. It's a Christmas movie. It was just unfortunate it was released in July. But it is a film that I watch in December because it's Christmas. But then you could also say Die Hard 2 was a Christmas film as well. Mikey Madison from Anita was in Scream 5. Okay. Jason says, are you watching I Am a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here tonight? I certainly am, and I will be for the next 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks. Mikey Madison was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Do you know what? I've only actually seen that film once. Yes. Tarantino. It's probably the only Tarantino film that I've actually only seen once. Paul says, did you see Gladiator 2 on the big screen? I did on IMAX. I did a review for it as well, a couple of videos back. Die Hard is a Christmas. It's a Christmas what? Die Hard is just Christmas. Jamie Powell as Bond. I would go CJ. I would go Crazy J as Bond. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Kermit could be stroking a frog as Blofeld. Who else could we have in the Blue Tube community in a Bond film? What would I'd be like Odd Job. very odd job. I'll be like Robbie Coltrane in the Pierce Brosnan films. Blu-ray Bullet Brit. We would have him as like the new Jaws because he's so tall. I think, in fact, I think we should have Jaws twins. We would have him, and we would have Jim Jam as well. They would be the new Jaws twins. I'm just thinking someone else. Who else could we have? Carlito 9. Carl. Who could Carl be? Who could Carl be? He could be like the IT computer operator. He could be like Q. Yeah. Carl will be the new Q. We can make our own. We should all us blue tubers should just film the next Bond film. What do you think of Disney classic characters being turned into horror movies like Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse? I don't think it's really needed. It's not really working, actually. You know, Winnie the Pooh films are just okay. Apparently, that Mickey Mouse film, was it Mousetrap? That's the Mickey Mouse one? Apparently, that is absolutely dreadful. So yeah, I think they should be left alone. What's next? Bambi with a chainsaw. Matthew says, what is your favourite musical film? Mine is Dear Evan Hansen. You know, there's a lot of hate for that film. I know it's not a favourite for everyone, but I really love it. I found it emotional. I really like it. I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it. What a lot of people have problems with is the main character, the actor who actually was on the stage. He's supposed to be playing like a teenager, but you know, he's a lot older. So, but he's acting kind of like a teenager with mannerisms. It does look a little bit odd, but he's brilliant at singing. And there are some really great, memorable songs in there, especially the one around the dinner table and that. My favourite musical of all time is Grease, and then followed by The Greatest Showman. But definitely Grease, number one. Goldfinger is £4 and the man with the golden gun is £5. The man with the golden gun. Mad vinyl and movies. And all it is amazing. Not what you'd expect. I went in with no real expectations and haven't stopped thinking about it either since. Oh, okay. I'm just thinking, if I can find the right time in the next couple of days, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I might give it a go then. If I see it at View, I've got 2 free Sky tickets, so it won't cost me anything to watch it. If I can find the right time, I'll have a look on my local View. Die Hard, yes, it's a Christmas film. I even saw it a few weeks back on Film 4 on TV. Jason says that my favourite Christmas film is Carry On Camping Every Year. That's not a Christmas film, is it? No, that was set in the summer, wasn't it? I don't think Babs would be walking around with her bits out at Christmas. What time are you heading to Maidstone on Wednesday? Don't know. No idea yet. I usually kick off about 9 in the morning, but I'm not sure. The UK reviews. Hi, Pauly. Can you please give a shout out to my brother, Kurt? He's a big fan and it would make his day. Hello, Kurt. Thanks for watching. And yeah, fantastic UK reviews. There we go. Name the stars. Favourite John Cusack film. I've been going through a marathon of his movies, and I've got to say, landing on just one is difficult because Cusack is so good in everything he's in. Con Air. That's my favourite, I think. That's my favourite. He was also in 2012, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was in 2012. But I think Con Air, yeah. I loved Anora. Me, are you looking forward to seeing Flight Risk next year? Flight Risk. I don't think I've seen the trailer for that one. Dermot says Gillian Anderson lived in London for several years as a child, but she is American. David Beach, regarding your Cliff Richard question, it's the kind of thing Imprint of Australia would have bring out. That's true. My favourite Christmas films are Carry On Camping and On the Buses every year. Paul's here. Hello. Have you been watching The Day of the Jackal? Definitely. Eddie Redmayne could be a good new Bond. From what he's doing in this series, he could definitely be a Bond. Definitely. And he's bulked up as well. Has Jamie Batman be flying his wings lately? I don't know. Sorry, one last question, but I'm curious. What was the last Christmas film you saw on the big screen? Last year, I got to see The Muppet Christmas Carol and It's a Wonderful Life. The last Christmas film I saw on the big screen was Red One, about a week ago. Yes, with Lulu and Claire. We both enjoyed that one. Or we all enjoyed that one. Dwayne Johnson and the Red One. Funny comments coming up. Cast did a Christmas movie quiz with BBC Radio 1 on YouTube recently, and they agreed that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yes, I know Bruce Willis said Die Hard is not a Christmas film in that that award show that he did, but the director John McTiernan said yes, it is a Christmas film. Who are you going to believe? I'd go with the director. Paul says, are you going to buy The Searchers on 4K coming in December from Warner Brothers? I don't know. Matthew loves The Greatest Showman. Fantastic film. Speaking of musical Grease, I did a performing arts showcase and I got the part of Danny and got to sing lead on all of the song Grease Lightning. Oh my God, that's pretty cool. Funnily enough, though, when you listen back to some of the songs now and some of the lyrics, it's very dodgy, rapey. Some would say. Matthew, it was when I studied performing arts where I go to do dance, acting, and musical theatre. Cool. Do you think they do a Red One sequel? I think him who plays the main character in Gladiator 2 should get an award. Paul Mescal, you mean? He did a good job. I can't see why they can't do a Red One sequel and make it into like a series of films. Why not? It is funny that Gladiator 2, they used Paul Mescal. Spencer Treat Clark, I mentioned this on my review. Spencer Treat Clark, who played Lucius, the young kid in Gladiator, could have been in the film. He could have acted because, you know, he's still an actor. He was in Glass. I think he may have been too old because it's 24 years that's also gone on. I think Ridley Scott wanted an actor slightly younger. That's why he went with Paul Mescal. Yeah, but I think Spencer Treat Clark could have been good, and it would have been more authentic. But I still enjoyed all the characters in the film. Remained is not big enough to fight his way out of a paper bag, let alone Bond. Remained? Who's Remained? Remained is not big enough to fight his way out of a paper bag, let alone a Bond. I don't know. Right, we are at the bottom of the comments. Do you know what? We're at the bottom of the comments. I still haven't eaten my banana yet. Yes. I'll probably eat that in a minute. So I think we're going to end the chat now. So thank you everyone for popping along. Yeah, thank you everybody for popping along and joining in the chat and firing off your questions. Still got 79 people in there, and could go on for another couple of hours, but going to go downstairs and get some tea, keep Dad company, and watch a bit of telly, watch the MacMaster, and a bit of Walk With Me Tim, and a few other bits and pieces, maybe Antiques Roadshow, and then of course the jungle. Yeah, so thank you very much everybody for popping along. Blu-ray hunting should be on Wednesday, so we'll do that. We'll pop out, we'll have a look. Maybe the Christmas markets are in full flow now. Yeah, hang on, just got this last comment down here from Matthew. I don't know why people say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. It has a Christmas tree and Christmas music in it. Exactly. There you go. Awesome. So yeah, have a great week everybody. There will be another live stream in a couple of weeks time. Don't forget 6 o'clock in 2 minutes my video will be going up revealing the 4 people that have actually won the £100 worth of Amazon gift vouchers. So you might want to go and clock over and have a look if you entered the contest, because you know, if you haven't entered it you ain't going to win. You've got to be in it to win it. Yeah. So anyway, see you on the next video very soon. Bye bye everybody.